Years of missed sleep, cold cups of coffee, and relentless, grueling research all culminate in a single, massive document. You've reached the final stage of your academic journey. Standing between you and those 3 letters after your name is the unavoidable hurdle, the thesis defense and the committee review. The psychological weight of this room is heavy. You know your research methodology is sound, but one awkward phrase or poorly constructed argument under the glaring lights can make the panel question your entire effort. Data alone cannot help you survive this gauntlet. Your success depends on how you communicate those findings to the most critical, highly educated audience imaginable. It is common to lean on AI to untangle complex thoughts or draft a tricky section. The hidden cost, though, is that those algorithms can strip away your authentic academic voice. What remains is a robotic trace. The grammar might be correct, but the prose feels predictably stiff, generic, and lacking your distinct personality. Software scanners are only part of the threat. Committee professors have spent decades consuming thousands of academic papers. That decades-long exposure has ultimately turned them into human AI detectors who instinctively recognize artificial, mechanically generated prose. A digital plagiarism check is one hurdle, but the real danger is having a seasoned professor dismiss your research because the writing sits in the off-putting, uncanny valley of academic prose. The standard industry response is to run text through a basic evasion tool or a word spinner to hide those AI fingerprints. The core mechanical flaw of these programs is that they rely entirely on basic synonym swapping to trick software algorithms. On the left, isolated words randomly swap out, creating disjointed line lengths. On the right, you see the smooth, flowing lines of natural writing. Mechanically swapping words makes the writing bizarre and inaccurate. This phrasing instantly raises red flags for any human reviewer. Attempting to outsmart a machine with another basic machine is a flawed strategy. It often alienates the human reader who holds your academic fate in their hands. To move beyond simple word scrambling, a system must address the linguistic structure itself. This is the approach taken by ThesisHuman.com, which separates its process from the basic evasion tools we've discussed. Rather than trying to trick software by scrambling words, it operates on a linguistic level to rebuild the text from the ground up. This timeline graph demonstrates scholarly rhythm. Notice how the rigid square wave pattern of AI text is gradually replaced by a flowing, dynamic waveform representing organic pacing. This advanced process bridges the gap between raw data and natural academic prose. True humanization elevates your text so it resonates with the rigorous expectations of the defense committee. Imagine walking into the defense room and presenting your humanized manuscript to your committee without any fear of detection. On the technical front, your thesis safely and effortlessly bypasses advanced digital detectors like Turnitin. More importantly, on the human front, the text reads naturally. It actively engages the toughest, most critical members of your committee. You achieve peace of mind. Instead of awkwardly defending your word choices, you can focus entirely on defending the specific research findings you've spent years developing. When you sit down in that room, your unique, authentic voice is the asset that actually convinces a committee. If you want to impress your committee and safely humanize your writing before the big defense, you have to use ThesisHuman.com. We put the direct link right down in the description, so click it now and defend your thesis with